What's up, everybody? This is Russell, and welcome to a special Hawaii edition of Marketing Secrets Podcast.
So the big question is this: how are entrepreneurs like us, who didn't cheat and take on venture capital, who are spending money from our own pockets, how do we market in a way that lets us get our products and our services and the things that we believe in out to the world and yet still remain profitable? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Russell Brunson, and welcome to Marketing Secrets.
Hey everyone, so my wife and I are in Hawaii right now, Kauai actually, on our 15-year wedding anniversary. Well, next week's technically an anniversary, but it's been 15 years, and we're here with some of our friends who's also their 15 year. And it's been really great. We didn't do a hotel this time, we actually Airbnb'd it, so I don't know if you can see back here. I'll show you the house we Airbnb. For those who are watching on marketingsecrets.com, you can see the video. If you're on the podcast, you can't see this, but it's crazy. This is the Airbnb we rented. It's like 5,000 or 6,000 square feet right here on this private beach. That's our own beach. So we're down here right now, hanging out. We just got done. My wife just got soaked by a wave. We just got done getting massages, and I've been kind of MIA for a little bit. I've got some content going out while I'm gone, but last week I had scout camp, so I was gone for scout camp all week and had little access to anything. And then this week we're in Hawaii, and I should have done some. I was going to do some more stuff, but you know, trips. It's just interesting. Like it's really difficult for me to unplug, and now that I'm unplugged, it's really difficult for me to want to plug back in. To be completely honest. So anyway, it's definitely interesting, but having a good time here. There's a dude that's out kiteboarding. I don't know if you guys ever kiteboarded before, but like right there, I've always wanted to kiteboard, so I may try that. Be kind of fun actually. So I'm trying to think about, like, I don't know if it's not too windy for you guys to hear me here. I'm trying to think about what I could share with you guys today to hope give some inspiration or some thought or an idea for how you can better market your business and the things you're doing. So I was thinking about that, and like, what's something that would be the biggest value for you guys. And I think one of the biggest problems people have, and I've seen this like 10 times since we've been here in Hawaii, is that they place their own ability to purchase and the way that they make their purchasing decisions on other people. For example, one of the things, I had a GoPro here, and I brought the GoPro, and I had a little handle, but I forgot the little screw thing that screws the GoPro to the handle. I was like, dang it. So I go to the store, and I go in there, and I was like, hey, I need to buy one of those screws. And like, oh, we don't sell the screws. And but I was like, well, you have those handles, right? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, hey, give me a handle then. And he's like, but you just need a screw, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, but just give me the handle, and I'll just do that. And he's like, well, dude, it's like $47 for the handle. He's like, if you go down the road, like 2 or 3 streets down, there's a place and they might sell screws there. I'm like, no, dude, just give me the handle. And he's like, there's $47. I was like, I don't care. I don't want to drive 2 or 3 streets down the road to try to find a place that might sell a screw and have not come back. Like, for me, the $47 is so much cheaper than the opportunity cost for me to go and do that thing, right? So it's kind of funny. And then it's just like, man, so many things happen like that where we've tried to buy something, try to do something, and people are putting their purchasing decisions on. Like, they would never do that. They've never spent an extra $47 just to get a little screw, because for them, they do all these other things. I think a lot of times we get that caught up that way with our customers. In fact, I've had people before who they'll never buy that. Like, I teach, they're at Expert Secrets, and they're creating a course, and like, oh, no one ever paid $997 for that. No one ever paid $400 for that, or $500 for that, or whatever. And I'm like, don't put your purchasing decisions, the way you logically do things, on somebody else. It has nothing to do with it. Like, you have to look at, like, what does your customer want? If you create something they really, really want, where what you're creating is worth more than what it is you're getting in return, the money, then they'll buy it. Now, if you create something that sucks, then it's not going to happen, right? It's got to be something that's amazing. But that's the thing. And so many times I think that people don't sell stuff. They don't sell stuff for what it's worth, because in their mind, they're like, I don't think I would pay for that. Which is another problem. That's a mental thing you got to get over as well. You got to be willing to buy stuff too. But it's just interesting how that's such a barrier. I remember when Justin and Tara, who were in Inner Circle and 2 Comic Club winners, when they came in Inner Circle. They had their real estate program. They're selling $2,000, and they paid 25 grand to join my Inner Circle. And the first meeting, all he basically told them was like, you should sell like a $25,000 thing. And they're like, my people won't pay that. I'm like, you paid it? And they're like, huh, you're right. We did pay you $25,000. Like, we value that. Like, they may not value the real estate education that much because they already know it. They already do it. But the education they wanted, they were willing to pay for that. And because they were willing to pay for it, then they were like, then they were able to ask for that. And so they sent an email out to the list and sold like 18 people $25K the next week. It was crazy. But it was just like a little mindset shift. It's interesting also, I have a lot of people I know who will try to sell $1,000 or $10,000 or $25,000 thing, but then they're not willing to to buy that from somebody else. And I think there's a lot of incongruency. It's really difficult to sell a $25,000 thing unless you bought one before. Big reason why I joined Dean Graciosi's and Joe Polish's 100K group, because I knew that in the future I'm gonna have a 100K group, and I wanted to make sure that I'd been willing to invest in myself that much before I ever asked somebody else to. And it's the same for you. If you're not, it's this weird karma thing. Like, if you're not willing to invest in yourself and your business, it makes it a lot harder for people to invest into your business. I think the reason why it's easy for me to sell books is because I buy a lot of books. I love buying books, and so it's easy for me to sell books. People who struggle with that, they're like, oh, well, I've never bought that in the past. Like, well, if you're not gonna buy it, then you're not gonna love it. Like supplements, like I buy, probably should say this on camera, but I spend $2,000 or $3,000 a month on supplements depending on the month and if I'm refilling and stuff. And so for me, it's easy to sell supplements because like I buy a lot of supplements. And so there's congruency, there's all these things that a lot of people don't have. So make sure that you're buying stuff. Make sure you're not putting your buying beliefs on other people. Make sure, like, these are all such important things. Check out this little swing from our tree here. But these are just things that I think are important. There are probably 5 times that I've been in Hawaii where I'm just like wanted to strangle people who I'm like, who are trying to place their buying decisions on me. And I'm like, let me give you money. Like, I just want this thing, like, which I talk me out of it. It's crazy. Anyway, so that's what's happening here in Hawaii, on our anniversary, and we'll be heading home next week. So by the time you guys watch this, I'll probably be home and back at it, which is exciting. We got a lot of big things coming up. The viral video we created with the Harmon Brothers is launching on September 15th. We're throwing an epic party, which will be streaming everywhere, so you guys will be able to see it. But we're literally going to be trying to set a Guinness Book of World Records at the launch party with a whole bunch of influencers and other stuff. It's going to be so crazy. It was funny, we were planning this and Dave Woodward had all these like crazy ideas that weren't really logical or possible. And then that's where greatness usually starts from, is from an idea that's not logical or possible. And then he went and figured out a way to get it done, and now we're going to be doing it. So it's crazy. I'll share more details as it gets closer. Yeah, that's kind of what I got for you guys today. So beware of putting your purchasing decision on other people. And then number 2 is beware of asking people to purchase things that you aren't willing to purchase. And again, if you're a real estate coach, you're probably not going to buy a real estate coaching program. You might. If you're like me, I buy every marketing coaching program on earth because I'm obsessed with it. But I also invest in other things, those types of dollar amounts. And so like it's not incongruent for me to ask people for those things as well. Because if you're not investing in yourself, it's really painful and hard and annoying to try to get people to invest in your stuff. The money universe doesn't work that way very well for whatever reason. So anyway, that's what I got, you guys. Hope you're enjoying your day as much as I am. And we'll talk to you guys all again soon. Bye, everybody.
Would you like to see behind the scenes of what we're actually doing each day to grow our company? If so, then go subscribe to our free behind the scenes reality TV show at www.funnelhacker.tv.